Today we're going to have a very special program where we talk about what Backer Pause is. So we're going to play our intro. That gives you a bunch of information. We're going to come back and do some more information about Backer Pause. So stay tuned. Welcome to Backer Pause. What is Backer Pause? Our judges watch crowdfunding videos on air. When they lose interest in a video, for any reason, they hit pause and explain what caused them to experience backer pause. This is a fun way to teach creators about attention spans and what works and does not work for their videos. Videos featured from projects that are being advocated for on comicbookadvocates.com with permission. Want to be judged? Have a crowdfunding campaign you want to have on the show? Well, send us an email at comicsnewswire@yahoo.com, and that's comics, C-O-M-I-X. So who wants to play? All right, and if you don't know this voice, well, let me introduce myself. Mr. Anderson is the unboxable advocating creator known as the Indie Comics Devil, who will tempt you with his devilish tales of fetish, monsters, and more. He is the giver of free hugs and spanks, and he is a partner in Continual Comics. Check out everything Anderson at chainlinks.site. You can join the Sinners Club on Facebook by just going to Mr. Anderson. Remember, that's ANDERSIN. I'm across all the socials, including the TikTok. I create comics about fetish and monsters and more and talk about them throughout all the socials, from TikTok to Twitter to Instagram to Facebook to other places that I might or might not tell you guys about yet. Depends how cool you are. I'm always going to be as many places as I can be to bring you my creations and my advocacy. But this is what this program's about. So me and Chuck were sitting around one day and we were talking about Kickstarter. It was an old show called Kickstarter Talk back in the day where we just played the Kickstarter videos and we would come out of it and introduce the other one. I don't know what got in us that day, but we were kind of started talking about the videos. And it took. People really liked our honesty in it. We were calling it the Gong Show. And we started hitting the gong when we didn't like it, because back in the day, it wasn't StreamYard, and you could see everyone when we played the videos, a different format. Things have evolved a lot since then, but Chuck is actually credited as the co-creator of this program. So Backer Pause, as you heard, it's all about watching videos. It's a great way to teach creators about attention spans, and we've been able to do it for almost 2 years now. We're going on 2 years. I believe 3. We're now on year 3. Wow, yeah. So Backer Pause, which used to be called Kickstarter Pause, has been going on for 3 years now. Now we have a website, backerpause.com. We have an actual Twitter feed that we're just building up now that you guys can actually let us know, and we can tweet and reply things. You guys can let us know that you're on Kickstarter. Make sure that you subscribe to it to see who's on Kickstarter, because this is going to build. And yes, that includes Indiegogo. I use Kickstarter as a kind of informal thing. We actually have to change the July as Independent Creators Month logo, and we'll put a new one up there very shortly. But this is our Twitter feed right here, as you guys can see. It attaches to our website, comicbookadvocates.com, where we have been having this here for many years now. And we're always trying to do our best to improve the program. And one of the things that we do is we now showcase them within the Twitter feed. So what we'll do is we'll take these Twitters themselves and we'll put them in our actual page so it's easily clickable and you can share it on your end. We've tried to make it a multimedia experience. We do have some basic, let's call them terms and conditions, and we ask you to review these terms. They basically make you aware of not only what we're going to be doing, but the fact that you're acknowledging that you know what we're going to be doing, like watching your video and then critiquing it. If you just want us to share it, then of course you can go to our Facebook group, Comics News Wire, and that's always going to be an option for you guys. You can find the Comics News Wire on the same place here on our site. We also host these on our YouTube channel, which you can see right here now playing in the corner, where we talk about all the various different Kickstarters. As you guys can see, we have different judges, and there it is, us talking about it live. It's pretty straightforward. Some people don't like it. Some people have been on and been asked to be removed, and some people think that the advice given is not fair. I'm going to be honest with you. I've seen people come on the show in the 3 years we're doing this, and I have watched people listen to the advice, change their crowdfunding campaign, and suddenly find success. And I've seen people disagree, not change anything, and watch them fail. So this might be a show, especially if you're a younger creator, you're going to want to watch. Now, just for watching this today, everyone gets a free download. That's right. Comic Book School defeated 2020, at least in the way of boredom, because we kept busy by creating Creator Connections Panel 1, an 8-page anthology challenge that I answered, and I put in my creative journey. And I was with so many amazing creators in this campaign. Not only did my story bring out 6 different artists and the editing styles of Chuck himself, my actual partner in Continuum, Mike Seeley, was part of that. So this is a great download, which you can get right now at creator.comicbookschool.com. And that's the /forums. And you can get the free download at comicbookschool.com. Be part of this. Learn from other creators. Let's all rise together. Now, one of the things I do want to stress is there's free music for your videos. Please use the free music that you have, especially from places like YouTube, which has an audio library, if you want to be on the show. Not only is it the right thing not to use copyrighted music without actually giving the person credit to it, if you don't have the permission to use it, you should get permission to use it. But look at all these violations that I get on the YouTube channel. These are all copyright claims. We don't want to lose this channel. We came close just 4 years ago. We had all of our subscribers wiped out. We had to start over. We had all of our views wiped out on many of our videos. It was not a good time. Please, 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 I can't stress this enough. Please do yourself a favor. Do the right thing. Get the right type of music for your videos. This is very important. It's not a hard thing to do. Make sure you're doing the right thing. Not just for me and this show, but for yourself. You never know later down the road when someone might look at that and be deciding if they want to give you a job and realize you just took someone else's music without permission. That could look badly on you. So I promise that's the end of my spiel about that. So we've also talked about crowdfunding fulfillment here that you can find at backerpaws.com, where I actually explain the proper way to send out your packages. Now, if you want coverage at backerpaws.com, you can actually have our email right here. That's right. We built it in. Here you go. Just put in your information, say agree to the terms, give us your URL. Listen, I'm going to be honest with everyone. I don't chase people to be on this show. I took 2 weeks off because it was my son's vacation, and I didn't chase anyone down. I asked for permission, and we will not beg people to be on this show, especially considering the concept that we are allowing people to judge. Now, if you want to be a judge on the show and want to be one of the people judging people, like Johnny C was, and he did an amazing job, all you got to do is ask me on social media or send us an email. Again, comicsnewswire@yahoo.com. All pretty straightforward, guys. So if you have a takeaway tonight, if you're doing a crowdfunding campaign and you want to be featured on this show, you're more than welcome. We allow everyone. We have a few minor rules. One, it cannot be offensive in nature. I don't know how to stress this enough. You can't just create something that you want to piss people off with and expect us to cover it. Overly religious items or political items, we reserve the right to say no to actually having on our show. As a matter of fact, I reserve the right, as I am the buck stops here guy for this programming and all programming on comicbookadvocates.com, So if I decide it's not something we're going to cover, it's just not something we're going to cover. Now, we also instill the pair system. So what's the pair system? It's really simple. Check it out.
Be a pair. Be professional. Be ethical. Be authentic. Be respectful. Remember, in this industry for comics, be a pair. Art provided by Chris Mad. Look up Chris Mad Art on Facebook today.
So what does this mean? This means if I know that you're an unethical person, and I'm not talking about you did something unethical 5 years ago in life. I'm not doing background checks. I'm talking about recent where I could have seen you do something. I try to not hold anyone accountable too much beyond a year. So let's just say that you've run amok across me and you've done something, and I've had this happen. You've cursed me out, or you've done something like that, and you think I'm pissed off at you. You should know that I'm a very forgiving person, and people have come back and asked if they can be on the show, and some of them have never apologized. Well, all I did was go to their social media and see how they were treating people currently. It's easier to let things go, honestly. It takes a lot for me to think of a permanent ban situation for people. That list is extremely short. I could name, let's put it this way, there are more fingers on my body than there are names on that list. And I'll leave it like that. It takes a lot for you to get a permanent ban from our site. Moving on past that, we welcome everyone. We only ask that you be ethical. Part of that reason, believe it or not, has nothing to do with me. If I'm not really sure who you are, I will look at your profile and I will notice things about you. I might not have you on the program because we've gotten backlash for having guests who have caused problems. So this is not an actual reaction to you guys. This is a reaction for us protecting our brand that we've spent a good amount of time building in the last couple of years and working within the community of comic book creators and helping establish the industry's independent market for crowdfunding. We are one of the first shows to ever do this, where we showed live videos. I've seen some people do it now, and I'm happy for that. But we do have to be mindful of that. So if you're out there being a hateful person, you might not be invited onto this show. Beyond all that, everyone is welcome. So, and I try to do that. It takes a lot. It takes you to be just a bad person for me to not want you on our programming. Or if I find you to be an unethical liar and you've said things to hurt other people, I can't stand that. There's a difference between having an opinion about a person and deliberately trying to hurt other people and trying to hurt careers and make up lies about people. I will not stand for that. So just as in a being adult thing here, grow up. You don't like someone, that's fine. Stay in your lane. A little bit of tough love here, guys. You don't get to always pick how a person acts, what they like, who they date. All that stuff's not your choice. If you don't like a person for any reason that goes beyond the scope of definite threat, definite bad person, but more like that person. Perfect example. I'm into fetish. If that bothers you somehow, then just don't be my friend. It doesn't mean you can't be on this program, but I don't want to have someone who's anti-fetish attacking me publicly because I have a sign that says free hugs and spanks, for example. That will get you a possible permanent ban on our programming because that is just a vile action. So just be, how about this? Treat people how you want to be treated. If you're treating people honestly how you want to be treated, and you don't have any real like issues you're working through, then we'll be fine. Be respectful, like it said, like the video says, be respectful, be authentic.
Be a pair.
Be a professional, be a pair. All right, so I think we covered basically everything here. Just a few closing things. Be kind and share what you see on the program today or in the future programs. Share it. Even sharing the idea that there is this backer pause. Share. Let people know. If you see something on this show that you don't want to back, but you have a friend that you know would back it, then give it to them. Let's help everyone rise up. And for everyone who wonders where I get my comic book printing done, I get it done at Comics Impressions here in Southwest Florida, located in Cape Coral. Definitely go to this website. An amazing printer does an amazing job. You'll definitely appreciate the quality. I get asked this all the time, actually. And check out our YouTube channel. Make sure that you're subscribing to our YouTube channel if you want to stay up on Backer Pause. Backer Pause is our featured program. We also do the Comic-Con forecast, and you'll see some things coming over from TikTok to our YouTube channel. I share some of the content I make over on TikTok here that is comic related or inspirational. I do try to post some inspirational stuff. I hope that you guys enjoy it. There's also over 100 educational panels. If you have a question about comic books, we've more than likely already done a video about it. But if you want us to make a new one, I'm always up for the challenge. And that's it, really, guys. This is what Backer Pause is, and it can be something that is supportive and helps the creators all come together and rise up together. Hopefully attracts a bigger audience as we grow, as we're showing some of this on TikTok now. We've seen some new people come in. If you guys have any questions, feel free to leave them in the message section of wherever you're watching this. I will know where it's been posted, because you might be watching this on Facebook. You could be watching this on maybe even TikTok. Maybe I did a short of TikTok and you're watching this right now. Then just put your question in there and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. More than likely you're watching this on YouTube, which if you are, you're awesome. So hit the subscribe button to stay in the know. Stay in the know. Some of you will get that joke. Some of you won't. Before we go, I just want to talk about the power of a dollar. The power of a single dollar. One single dollar can help make dreams come true. Every dollar is a declaration of support and belief. It helps the creators and the teams behind the book. Just $1 helps create new worlds and keeps creators creating. And before you make your next Kickstarter video project, go to our actual website, comicbookedvocates.com, and go to our Backer Pause section, or just go to backerpause.com and be taken there instantly. And do yourself a favor. Watch some of our older Backer Pause episodes. There's a lot to learn in there. Check out the different judges. We have recorded, I believe, over 100 Backer Pauses to date. I believe we have over 50 of those listed on our YouTube channel. For a while, we were helping other people build their YouTube channels. So not all of them are listed within ours, but we have enough there that is educational. You can also find it by just going to Google and going Backer Pause. We now come up. That's right. Check out what other people have done and what has worked and what hasn't worked, and learn from others how to be successful on crowdfunding. That's it for tonight's show. If you guys, again, have any questions, feel free to ask. If you guys want to be part of the program, again, go to backerpause.com. We have a newsroom email, like I guess an email room you'd call it, down here, where you can send us an email directly. And as you guys can see, we are welcoming you. And if you want to send us an email, you go to Comics Newswire at yahoo.com. You can also go to Backer Pause on Twitter and hit us up. It's that simple, guys. Listen, this is the moment, creators. Horse, this is water. You either drink it or you don't, because all I can do is take you to the water or drown you with it. If I'm not in the mood to drown horses, it's hard to hide the bodies. All right, and just a few things on the way out. I'm going to play our warning so you guys know exactly what the warning is when we have judges on. And then we're going to have a nice moment as we leave. I will see you next week or the week after that, depending on when you catch your next episode of Backer Pause. Make sure you subscribe to this YouTube channel and to our main site to keep up and to know about all the new projects coming to crowdfunding from independent creators. Warning and disclaimer. The views and opinions expressed on this live feed are those of the guests, speakers, and/or hosts, and do not necessarily reflect the beliefs, official policies, ethics, or positions of the content providers, advertisers, additional hosts, and/or guests, hosting sites, groups, or entities attached to this programming. Viewer discretion is advised.